On Saturday, Trump talked about some of the other people who have hosted the Kennedy Center honors before him in the past, and he pre-complained about how people will judge his hosting.
I'm sure they'll give me great reviews, right? You know, they'll say he was horrible, he was terrible, it was a horrible situation. No, we'll do fine. I've watched some of the people that host. Jimmy Kimmel was horrible. Some of these people, if I can't beat out Jimmy Kimmel in terms of talent, then I don't think I should be president.
You can't and you shouldn't.
This time, Donald Trump didn't focus on a specific joke. Instead, he went after the audience behind it. In a late-night post followed by remarks at a rally, he described Stephen Colbert as a paid mouthpiece, accused him of reading from scripts, and claimed he was shaping narratives for ratings. The goal wasn't to refute a line or challenge a punchline. It was to undermine the messenger before the message could even be considered. Colbert recognized the tactic immediately and chose not to respond online or get pulled into a back and forth. Instead, he waited, allowing timing, structure, and clarity to...
Trump tried bragging about his tariffs that everyone hates.
Mexico and Canada, have you heard of them?
No, I haven't. Do you mean Muxiki and Canabla?
When the show opened, Colbert began with a few simple neutral jokes, easing the audience into familiar territory and letting the rhythm settle naturally. Once the room felt comfortable, he shifted tone. He lifted a printed copy of Trump's statement and read it slowly, without impressions or exaggeration. The audience reacted with cautious laughter as the words sank in. He placed the page on the desk like evidence and calmly explained that when someone can't defeat a joke, they often try to defeat the person telling it, because credibility is easier to attack than facts. Making an accusation takes seconds, disproving it takes time. From there, he moved the segment from comedy into examination. He issued a direct challenge. If anything he had said that week was false, identify one sentence and provide the correct version. Just one. Behind him, a screen appeared with 3 columns labeled claim, source, and verification. He told viewers he wasn't asking for trust. He was offering information they could verify themselves.
Trump went on a long tangent about Social Security database issue that's already been debunked by multiple sources. None of it's true. Basically, because of how the database is coded for Social Security, any incomplete birth date defaults to a placeholder date in the 1800s, specifically chosen so no idiots would mistake it for a real birth date. Well, almost no idiots.
He began with the claim that nobody watches his show and that his work has no impact. The screen immediately filled with clips showing repeated mentions, reactions, and responses, highlighting just how much attention was being paid. As the sequence played out, the contradiction became obvious. When it ended, Colbert pointed out that sustained attention tells a very different story than the claim itself. The laughter grew more confident as the point landed, turning the moment into something beyond a joke, a demonstration of how narratives can be dismantled with structure rather than volume. He then set up what seemed like a casual exchange before shifting again. A new sequence showed Trump repeatedly mentioning, quoting, reacting to, and posting about Colbert. Each instance was time-stamped with a simple verification line beneath it. Watched enough to respond, the audience reacted more sharply now, recognizing the pattern. The next claim followed, that Colbert was being paid to mislead viewers. He responded by calmly reading his on-air disclaimer, explaining that his material comes from publicly available reporting and recorded footage. He then contrasted that with fundraising messages accusing critics of being controlled, noting that if everyone is supposedly paid, the only unpaid voice might be the one pushing that narrative. The crowd responded loudly as the pattern became clear. He closed the segment by introducing what he called a credibility test, setting strict limits. 30 seconds, one question, no distractions.